What's good, YouTube? We back ahead with another reaction video with your boy Playboy Mar Reacts, and today we are reacting to Teen Girl Kills Boyfriend During Horseplay. Now, this is a crazy ass title, man. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Imagine you and your girl just getting it in, and the next thing you know, your girl just turn around and just accidentally just stabs your ass. You feel me? Like, cause y'all be on that little kinky shit with like some knives or some shit. But I ain't even gonna lie, this shit already sounds like it's about to be a crazy ass video. I'm already prepared to hear all the excuses that's possibly about to be coming out of this girl's mouth. But hey man, let's hurry up and let's get into this video, bro.
Wake up!
I don't know when they're working on him, okay? Just relax.
A teenage girl waiting for her boyfriend to wake up, but Chemo Lawler never opened his eyes. Now his girlfriend is paying the price for what she did.
She was wrong. If she never pulled out that knife, my son would be here and we wouldn't be sitting facing.
Oh, that's crazy. I was just assuming it was a knife. I was just genuinely assuming it was a knife. That's crazy. Didn't even see this video.
I'm Anjanette Levy, and this is Crime Fix.
I've never seen Crime Fix before. It's the first time.
Yakeem Lawler was a beloved son and brother. His parents called him Chemo. Chemo played football at Northwestern Senior.
Realistically, why the fuck is your name a treatment for cancer? Why is that your nickname? Oh yeah, no, you was destined. This was destined.
High school in Miami, Florida. Chemo had a bright future ahead of him, but his life ended suddenly and unexpectedly on December 20th, 2024, at the hands of his girlfriend, Jahara Malik.
She just looked like she got issues. Just to look at her, she just looked like she has issues.
And now Jahara has pleaded guilty to a manslaughter charge, and she's learned her punishment for the crime. Surveillance cameras recorded many of the moments leading up to the end of Chemo's life that night in December of 2024. At 10:34 p.m., Jahara can be seen at a door of an apartment complex with a friend. They are laughing and having fun. The friend is carrying some bags. It's just a couple of teenagers hanging out, doing what teenage girls do. 7 minutes later, at 10:41 p.m., another camera records Jahara and Chemo, and they can be seen walking into a stairwell. Chemo is wearing a hoodie. Jahara seems playful, and they both walk up the stairs. Then 16 minutes later, at 10:57, Chemo comes into frame, and Jahara runs toward him. Her purse drops to the ground, and she runs towards Chemo. About 2 minutes pass, and Jahara comes back into frame, her cell phone in her hands. She dials 911, and police arrive on scene about 6 or 7 minutes later. A detective testified about the videos.
So who's the person in the hoodie? And who's the person?
All these damn gnats in my face and shit, bruh.
So, at any point as you watched this particular footage, was there anything about this footage that led you to believe that the defendant was at any point afraid of the victim?
No, ma'am.
Did she appear to be in any type of distress?
No, ma'am.
And in fact, she at some point is like smiling and joking with him.
Yes, ma'am.
A surveillance camera recorded part of what happened between Jahara and Chemo right before he was stabbed. Take a listen.
This wasn't no horseplay. Bro had to do or say something to trigger her to want to stab him. Not saying stabbing him was the right thing to do, but it most definitely wasn't horseplay. She most definitely felt something he said or something he done made her retaliate this way. Still doesn't, change the simple fact that it's wrong. Then again, why the fuck are you putting a knife out on your boyfriend. But then again, he probably said or did something. I don't know. I'm gonna try and
Was
pause
there anything that
less.
struck you about this particular video? Can you hear anything?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was it that you could hear?
You could hear the victim saying at some point, Jahara, don't.
Jahara, don't.
More than 20 minutes after Jahara stabbed Chemo, Miami police officers spoke to her in that parking garage about what she said happened.
That's why I needed to wake up so he could tell y'all.
Yeah, well, what
Because
so
he didn't. This is okay. He be having nights. We be both having nights.
All that
When he came to my house,
damn
we
blood
just-
on her
we get in
hands.
arguments.
So what? So yeah, okay.
Wait, so you guys getting arguments and you put up
You on? I'm on. I'm on, yeah. I mean, I already talked to her, sorry.
And then I had the knife, but I
Were you guys arguing before that? Or?
no, we was just over here fighting, and then
So fight you
So
are.
you guys are arguing?
yes, and then well, we wasn't arguing. We was just like play fighting and stuff. And that's when he was making me mad, and that's when I had the knife right here, and then he ended up running to it. But I'm not thinking because he already knew I had it. He was trying to get it from me, but he ended up running to it.
All right. Do you have an ID on you?
No, I don't
No,
have
you
no
have
idea.
anything? Do you know your social? Listen,
My
listen.
last four.
You know your last four? Okay. What?
Go to
I'm not. Look, we're trying to figure what's going on.
know, like what's
What's
gonna
up?
happen. I just need
I
him
don't
to
know.
wake up.
I don't know. They're working on him. Okay, just relax. They're working on him.
Okay, if he alive, then what?
Huh?
Where we go from there?
We gotta take him to the hospital,
Okay, and then what?
and then we just go from there. When he wakes up, we talk to him and everything.
She is in the back of her head like, bro, I can't go to prison for murder, manslaughter, whatever the fuck they about to charge me with. That's how she's acting. That's literally how she is currently in her head right now. She is not trying to go to jail for this shit. But baby, that's not how the law works. Now, I would have said this. Now, if you could have played it off like it was some type of self-defense mechanism, like if you would have said like, oh, he jumped at you or came at you, okay, you possibly can use that to fight your case in court. But you ain't thinking like that. Just saying.
He's like,
We gotta wait. You're 17 also? Okay, what's your date of
I
birth?
go like, I didn't even tell my mom. My mom don't even know nothing.
At Jahara's sentencing, the prosecutor seemed to question that story based on questions she posed to the lead detective.
Did you have an opportunity to review the medical examiner's report?
I did.
What did you learn in particular about the wound?
The medical examiner described the wound to be 12 to 6, which means that's the angle that they use to describe the positioning. The 12 o'clock was the blunt part of it, meaning that the part that it's not sharp. The 6 o'clock was a sharp one, so it was straight in the chest, a little bit to the left, and it was 10.1 centimeters in depth, which translates to 3.976 of the whole blade.
Do you know how long the blade of itself was?
4 inches.
4 inches. Okay.
A 4-inch blade going inside wherever the fuck he got stabbed at is crazy work. And the simple fact that they were even able to calculate and calibrate how exactly she stabbed him is crazy work. Yeah. But lady, you are not getting away from this shit at all. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
So so the wound was essentially 4 inches almost in depth.
Objection. Let the witnesses testify.
Can you describe everything that the knife went through and how deep it went into the victim's chest?
Yes, ma'am. As you can see in the video before, the victim had a hoodie, and obviously went through the hoodie, the shirt, and according to the medical examiners, the soft tissue, and it went into the third rib on the left side, approximately 1 inch in depth, and hit the heart.
Okay. So when we're talking about the way that the knife, we talked about 12 and 6, just so the court can kind of have a visual. The knife is essentially right side up, right? Like the manner in which you would use a knife. Did she tell you why she brought a knife that day with her?
Yes, she said that she was gonna be riding in Ubers and she couldn't find her pepper spray, and that's why she grabbed the knife.
Okay. So it was essentially for protection?
Yes,
And did she tell you that it was needed for protection?
yes.
Okay. And so Does she tell you then where the knife was when she first arrived to the apartment complex?
On her purse.
In her purse. Does she tell you why she pulls out the knife?
Separate from the statement that she gave in the camera, to what she said that she was gonna call her friend Tate, and the phone was inside the purse together with the knife, and she grabbed both at the same
Chat,
time.
I don't like how the audio
Did she demonstrate
is,
for you how she was?
because as they talking, it's coming through one side of my headphones. I don't like that. Like, I can hear shit on the other one. I don't know. I hate this shit. Tell me if y'all the same way or not in the comments.
How she said she was holding the knife?
She did.
And how was she? Can you show for the court?
Basically, she ended up with the knife like this.
Okay, so that's what she tells you she ends up. And does she tell you how high she ended up holding up the knife?
Just like this.
Like this. Okay, so I'm gonna ask if you could just do me a favor. Could you please stand up? It's okay with the judge. So she demonstrated for you how she was holding the knife. How high up was she holding it?
She did just like this.
Right here. Okay. And I'm gonna take this from you and ask that you stay there because we're gonna reenact it a bit. Where exactly is the stab wound of the victim? Excuse me.
Right here.
It's up higher in his chest. Okay, and so
Towards the left.
the victim is how tall? Do you recall?
5'10".
5'10". Okay, and the defendant was how tall?
5'6", 5'7".
Okay, so they're about 3 inches apart. How tall are you?
6'2".
Okay, I'm 5'6". I'm probably wearing 2 inches of heels, so that makes us maybe proportionate to that. So she says she's, correct me if I'm doing this right,
Like that, yes.
she's holding it just like this. And does she tell you she's doing this? Or does she tell you she has it here?
Here.
Okay, and then what does she tell you happens to the victim while she's holding the knife?
There was something with the door. The victim opened the door and just bumped into her.
And he bumps into her. Okay, so presuming that that's the case, does she say that the knife is here? And he bumps into her right here? Okay, is that consistent with the fact that the stab wound is actually up here? Okay, so it would have had to have been up here, upright.
As I mentioned earlier, Jahara Malik was charged with manslaughter in Chemo's death. She pleaded guilty, and those close to her, both Jahara's family and her friends and her attorney, begged the judge for leniency.
She has taken responsibility by pleading guilty, and she will carry that weight of this for the rest of her life. I've known Jahara for her entire life. She is not a violent or careless person. She comes from a family that values faith.
It's not gonna work because y'all black. It's not gonna work in court. You guys got a white judge on top of all of her defendant, like everybody that's trying to defend her are black. She's gonna look at it as it was a black male, black woman, got into an argument, turned fatal, deadly. That's just how she's gonna look at it. All of this extra trying to say that she's not a violent person, it's just gonna go through one ear and out the other with the judge. And I'm just saying that out of what the experience I have and the knowledge I have with this type of shit. All right.
Discipline, respect for others. She has always been someone who shows love to those around her, someone who supports her family, someone until this moment lived a life that reflected compassion and care. This situation does not define the entirety of who she is. It reflects a moment, a tragic mistake, not a pattern of behavior. Since this incident, I've seen the impact it has had on her. She is remorseful.
This was always described as horseplaying that went too far. Now, how do I know? I'm not going by what my client said. I'm going back. All you have to do is listen to that 911 call before the call, before anything happens. The conduct by the two individuals show that they were horseplaying. That video does not show about anyone going there with ill intent to do what actually happened. Because they're playing, they're running. I didn't make that up. The video, notwithstanding what you want, anybody want to believe, that video is the best evidence of that.
Chemo's mother,
He sounds like a preacher. He might be able to get through that judge. Maybe even against the jury. He might. I'm not even gonna lie. This is, I don't know, the way how he was explaining. He's talking like a pastor, like a preacher, whatever you want to say. He might get through to them. He really might. We don't know.
Natalie Jean spoke about her grief, the son that she lost, and the pain she feels to this day.
You will meet my son one day, and you'll remember him for the rest of your life. She took that away.
Fuck. This is gonna fuck her over, bro. The mother is going to fuck her over. It's always the parents that know that it's an accident, but just because it's their child that's now in the dirt, they gonna do any and everything to make you the bad person. Even if they know that you aren't even like that. It's bad. It's all bad right now for her.
The night of, it was a regular day in our house. We was putting up the Christmas tree, me and Treasure, my youngest. He came in the living room. The first thing he said, because he's always a jokester, "Pink tree, huh, Mom? Pink tree." I said, "Boy, you better ask your sister," which is my oldest, Tamia. She waited the last minute to get that Christmas tree, so we got to get what we getting. And we all was in there doing the tree. And for some reason, it's just like it wasn't coexistent or whatever. It was just a beautiful day. Tamia was she was coming in the door, and he was coming out of his room, and we was playing music. And we was just like, it was just our song, and we was dancing. We was listening to Mariah Carey, "We Belong Together." And then he just coming out the room, and he's just singing. He's like, "When you left, I lost a part of me." And he just sing.
Bro, this is really going to fuck her up, bro. This is really gonna fuck her up. Damn.
His heart out. And then we in the background, we his little cheerleaders, we like, "We belong together." And we just singing. And then it was just, that's our normal routine. You know what I'm saying? It was just a beautiful day. Never would we imagine that. We ate, he went in his room. I said, "Oh, hey, Jid, the trash." He told me, "All right, Mom." I said, No, your room." He was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "I'm off tonight, so I'm gonna be here." He said, "Mom, I promise I'm gonna do everything in the morning." That was the last thing my son told me when I went in my room. "Mom, I promise I'm gonna do everything in the morning." Then I got that phone call. Not from police officers or nothing. One of his classmates called me and said, "Mom, something happened to Chemo. You need to go to the hospital." Then somebody texted me, "Jahara stabbed Chemo." But her lawyer want to say she reached out to me. When she want to talk to me about other stuff and communicate, she know my number. But she didn't know it that night.
She is so cooked, chat. She is cooked. Holy shit, she's cooked. Oh, this is bad, bro. Oh, she's so fucking cooked, chat. Man, I don't even know what you can do or say to save her ass right now. There ain't no saving her. Simple.
Well, her mind was a fog that night. But when we talk on a regular, she knows my number. And then an officer, as I'm on the scene, tells me, "Miss Jean, yes. Is Jakeem Lawler your son?" "Yes. I'm sorry to tell you, he didn't make it." While I'm just getting on the phone with my dad to explain to him what's going on, but I don't know what's going on. I turned into a little girl that night. Could you imagine calling out for your dad? I'm like, "Daddy! Daddy! Yo, tu es petit moi! Petit moi mourir!" That's what I'm saying. I said, my child is dead. They told me they killed my child.
Chemo's father also spoke about his loss.
Nothing makes sense right now at this point. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about Chemo a little bit because he was the most humblest guy. Well respectable. Chemo was so humble. Chemo, I went to pick him up from Charles R. Drew Elementary one day, and his teacher say, hey, in PE, the PE teacher like, hey, the kid's super fast, he jumped super far, and I'm super high, and he's just this super athlete. I'm like, Chemo ain't tell you? At this point, Chemo had won 3 Super Bowl MVP. Chemo go to school and nobody knows nothing.
This is really bad, bro. Oh, there's no way. There's no defending this shit. Oh. Oh, shit. Yeah, girl, I ain't even gonna lie. You fucked. You're fucked. In so many levels.
He was 10 years old at that point. All right? Chemo do not brag on himself. He brag on his daddy. All right? His daddy the best barber. All right? He won't let nobody else cut his hair. All right? Nobody can beat his daddy in basketball if you listen to him. All right? And nobody's better with the bookie if you listen to Chemo. Chemo praises his dad. His dad was his hero. You know, I defend Chemo. I rescue him. I save him.
And then Jahara Malik addressed the court.
Your Honor, I've been thinking about what to say for a long time. And the truth is,
She got them jail braids in. Did she have a bond that night? She must have not have, because it looked like she got the little jail braids going on in. Or did she already have braids in the beginning? Did she have braids in the beginning? Let's see. I don't think she had braids in the beginning. I don't think she did. Yeah, I don't think she did. That's some crazy fucking work. Yeah, she didn't have braids in. So, okay, she must have had a bail.
there are no perfect
had a
words
bail
for
for
something
Shirley.
like this. When everyone read a speech before they get sentenced, they ask for mercy. But I'm here to accept my consequences for what I have done. The night that everything happened, not one thought in my mind was to leave or run. I didn't want this to happen. I was thinking about saving someone else's life instead of myself. That's why it was a quick reaction for me to wrap his shirt around my hand, apply pressure to his wound, and stop the bleeding while communicating with 911 to assist me. I wanted him to live. I understand that trying to help does not undo the harm. I stayed because at the end of the day, I was at fault. I would rather live knowing I tried to help than live knowing I left him there when I could have possibly saved his life. I was reckless. That knife should have never been out, and because of that, a life was lost. I was wrong for what I did, and every day, I sit and think about the damage I caused. The family wants me in prison, but I'm in my own prison for the rest of my life. I understand that I have to be very...
Bro, it is so hard to listen to her, bro, because I can just listen to her and can just tell. Like, okay, she got that little crazy side in her, but I don't think she has that killer in her. I don't think that she did it on purpose, like, at all. It was just a bad choice. You just was horseplaying and you just had the wrong thing out in a, you know, that type of situation. Like, if y'all was over here just playing around, okay, possibly could, you know, use something else versus the knife. But hey, some people just play the, you know, the chopping game instead of the talking game, if you know what I mean. Sad world, sad thing. I really hope for the best. I really hope she can get the help that she needs, and hopefully that the family, you know, accepts her apology.
very mindful when it comes down to this, to making decisions and being more, being more aware on choices that have consequences behind them. This situation forced me to sit with myself in a way I never had to before. I had to grow up fast. I had to reflect. I had to reflect on who I am and who I want to be. I know I can't change the past, but I can change how I am moving forward and become a better person than I was before. To his family, I know an apology cannot do anything for you all, but after that night, I tried numerous times to reach out. I wanted to call Miss Nat and his dad so bad just to tell y'all how sorry I am and beg for your forgiveness, but I couldn't legally. I love y'all son so much, and I never wanted this to happen to him.
It's so
This
sad.
was my best friend, my love, and someone I could vent to about any and everything. He was a good person and definitely should have been here.
Now, during this hearing, it came out that Jahara had given inconsistent accounts of what happened that night, and detectives said they had learned that she had also shown aggression toward Chemo in the past.
We would have been getting ready for prom and graduation right now. This is a sad situation. I miss him every day. I know there are memories, birthdays, holidays, things that will never feel the same without him. I wish I could go back and change what happened, but I can't, and that's the worst part. Y'all didn't deserve this pain, and I wish I hadn't been the one to give it to y'all. I pray one day the family could forgive me, and I want to say I'm sorry to his friends and his.
This nigga right here pissing me off. He pissing me clean the fuck off with that damn smirking he doing. This nigga looking like, nah, bitch. Nah, little girl. You ain't getting off. So you just gonna be another Negro in the cell. That's how he looking. That's how he smirking. That's what he thinking. Respectfully, that's what I think. Y'all might think something else, but that's just what I'm thinking. That damn smirk. Ugh.
Family, I know that I hurt y'all in a way that y'all can never forgive me, and I hope one day y'all can. When my mom that night after the detectives, I talked to them and they told me he was in surgery, and I knew something was wrong. I went to the room and my mom and my dad was there, and my mom was crying. And I'm like, why y'all crying? He's good, he's in surgery. My mom said the boy died, and my life stopped after that. My heart was broken. All I could think about is him being gone. I just pray that we all heal from this, and I pray for closure, and this is a sad situation from both ends. My family hurting too. We know y'all hurting. We hurting with y'all, and we not against y'all. We all in this together. Like we fighting.
All these damn smirks going on. He had a smirk. I know I'm not the only one that's seen the smirk. Swear that was a smirk. They want her behind bars. They do not want to forgive her. Simple.
Y'all hurting. We hurting with y'all, and we not against y'all. We all in this together. Like we fighting for me, but we're on y'all side. We're not against y'all. Yes, thank you.
Then it came time for Judge Hernandez to sentence Jahara Malik.
I want to say first and foremost that this decision has weighted heavily on myself. I think the past couple of hours have shown this courtroom and whoever is watching that what occurred here was a tragedy. It should not have happened. And no matter what this court does, it's not going to restore the loss that your family has gone through and what your family will continue to go through. And I want to recognize that loss. His life was taken way too soon, and the court recognizes the profound impact that that loss has had. And I want to make sure I emphasize that.
I really
The
hope
court also
she go light.
recognizes that Ms. Malik, you are young.
Mm-hmm.
You are a young woman, but youth does not excuse what occurred that day.
Mm-hmm.
The law takes it into account and recognizes that it is your youth that affects your decision making and it affected your judgment. But your youth does not excuse the foreseeable consequences and of the choices that you made. The defense has moved her downward departure based on the offense was committed in an unsophisticated manner and it was an isolated incident for which the defendant has shown remorse. The court will find that the defense has failed to prove by competent substantial evidence and by preponderance of the evidence that that has been met. Although I do believe that you are remorseful, I do not believe that this was an isolated incident of aggression towards the victim based on the evidence that was presented here in court. And I also do not believe that this was done in an unsophisticated manner. And the reasons why the court finds that is the most dispositive evidence of what occurred that day was the medical examiner's report. And reading that medical examiner's report and understanding that that was a 4-inch blade that was lunged into the chest near the heart, and it pierced a hoodie, it pierced a t-shirt, it pierced skin, it pierced tissue, it pierced muscle, it fractured a rib, and it ultimately pierced the heart. The amount of force that was required to inflict that wound was not accidental.
The judge could have sentenced Jahara Malik as a youthful offender. The state wanted her sentenced to 20 years in prison and 10 years probation. Her lawyer argued for a lesser sentence. The judge had a tough decision to make.
Ms. Malik, the court will sentence you to 17 years in Florida State Prison, followed by 5 years of reporting probation. Special condition of that probation, you will have to go a mental health evaluation and abide by any treatment if necessary. You will have to write a letter December 20th of every year that you are on probation, acknowledging what had occurred and how it has affected your life. And I do not take this sentence lightly, Ms. Malik. This is not something that this court wanted to do, but I have to impose a sentence that I believe holds you accountable, recognizes the severity of the offense, and is something that's appropriate in light of everything that I've heard.
After sentencing, Jahara Malik was transferred to the Miami-Dade County Jail. She will later be transported to a Florida prison where she will serve her sentence. And that's it for this episode of Crime.
Damn. Bro, my heart goes out to her. I'm not even going to lie. 17 years in the county, bro. And follow up with 5 years of probation. I mean, the state wanted 20 years prison time and 10 years probation, but knocked off 3 years. Damn, bro. I ain't even going fake, bro. That shit's crazy work, bro. If you guys enjoyed that video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment more videos like this if you guys want me to do more reactions like this, bro. This shit is fucking crazy.